Now that you've learned how to draw a cube in isometric, we'll look at how to use the same technique to draw some different volumes, some different shapes. We'll start off with the most simple adaptation, which is just a cuboid. So again, we're going to begin by drawing our vertical height line. Now when you're drawing a cuboid, obviously the difference between that and a cube is that the sides or the baselines are different lengths. So I'm just going to make one slightly longer, one slightly shorter. Everything else remains the same. When you're drawing these kind of 30-degree lines, don't worry, as long as you're using your kind of guidelines, as long as you're drawing guidelines, don't worry about these things that we call extension lines. You can get rid of those or kind of make those disappear, for want of a better word, when you're lining in later. So you can see how I've got my parallel height lines and side lines, I've got my parallel 30-degree lines, and now I'm just going to close off that top shape using the same style of lines, same 30-degree lines as I used before. And there you have a cuboid. And you can create cuboids of different sizes really quickly using this process. Slightly trickier shape, but still well within your skill level at this stage, would be to create something that looks a bit like a Toblerone, so a triangular based prism. So I'm going to do the exact same thing again in terms of creating a cuboid, that's going to form as my crate. So if you remember when we were doing 2D drawings, we talked about using crates to construct geometry. So for those of you who don't remember or didn't see that video, when I draw a triangle, I create the box that I want it to fit into, and then I construct the shape within those guidelines. I can do the exact same thing here with my prism. So this face here that I'm shading in represents this face here. So there's my center line, and now I'm just going to join these key points together, and then all that's left is to project my face from the front onto the face at the back. So that's where my triangular prism would go there. Once you've got to the grips with these two different shapes, you can start to have a bit of fun with this. So what I'll do now is I'll just use this rectangle here, or this cuboid here, to create the first letter of my name. So I'm just going to use some guidelines to construct an L, and then I'm going to line that in and then project it back. So I can project it back using the crate that I've already put in place. And then, as with before, I can use my fine liner to go over the lines that I want to highlight, leaving me with the letter L that I want to standing out. Maybe you can have a go at creating your own name or initials using this crating process in isometric. That's it.